Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another swing session here, guys. On Sunday, it's July 20th, 2025, of course. And let's jump into some news really quickly here. Obviously, markets just opened up not too long ago, but we do have the Euro USD pushing higher. Dollar's kind of cooling off a little bit, guys. Euro USD is holding above that level. So around that 1650 area. The highest has been in a few weeks, guys. So keep that in mind. Weak U.S. consumer sentiment and rising Fed cuts are expected. So just keep an eye out for that. And then, of course, we have the ECB still surrounding hawkish, not racing to cut rates like the Feds are. So traders sentiment, bullish bias unless DXY rips above that 105. All right. So be on the lookout for that, guys. And then moving on to GBP USD, actually lifting above that 1.3450, kind of pulled off of it at the end there. Sterling flexing, GBP actually catching strength versus that USD weakness, guys. So moves there. No major UK data, but the BOE officials recently said not currently yet, in essence, and we all know what that means. But next target's around that 13500 or with 1.3600. View of risk on continues, right? So good week on to ride trends to say the least, but watch out for those fake outs, fake breakouts, and those reversals on USD, guys. Third would be, of course, that USD JPY dropped to the 140s, low 40s, holiday calm before intervention storm. Possibly, no one knows. Japan's Marine Day holiday, it does accurately equal, obviously, low liquidity, but the yen still is climbing, right? Intervention fears still are real, and the Ministry of Finance said that they are ready, guys. So, gonna look out for that. If the price creeps towards that 150, expect verbal or even real intervention, right? Carry trade unwind and lower U.S. Yields filling the yen strength today, guys. And of course, that Bitcoin range bound at around 118,000. Calm before the boom, maybe not. BTC is hovering around that area between 117, 119, maybe 120. Tightest range in the bit, guys. So BlackRock ETF inflows are up 30%. Whales are accumulating quietly. Guys. Wouldn't be surprised if this thing went to the moon. Traders watching for breakouts above that 120 again, of course. That basically equals FOMO City, guys. So be cautious. Weekend liquidity can trigger some, false moves. And then, of course, the Doge spikes on Elon's tweet. We can't forget about that. The meme madness continues. Doge had a mini flash crash, but it's rebounding off that 0.26, guys. Elon's tweet said something like clockwork on Doge, and then the volume exploded. It was actually 42 million in volume within about 30 minutes, right? That's not retail, it was probably coordinated. But yeah, guys, just a reminder, this is meme season and it's never dead, guys. So keep an eye on the WIF and that bunk as well. They are kind of creeping. But other than that, guys, that is your news. And we will catch you on the next one. Back to you. Hey, Daryl, can you hear me okay? Good, good. Oh, sounds like I can't hear you. What's going on here? Okay, can you hear me okay? I can't hear you. No. Okay. All right. So yeah, guys, just jumping everything. Uh, let's see. Just get into some markets here, guys. So we can get there here. I had the same issue earlier today. Not just going on. Uh, okay, switching headphones. Gotcha. Okay. Sweet, sweet. Yeah, I literally had the same issue earlier today. Not sure what happened. Uh, oh, I think I can hear you now. I think I can hear you now. Can you say something? Okay,
All
cool.
right.
Let's.
Do you hear me?
I can hear you perfect,
Do you hear me?
loud and clear.
You can hear me now. See, I don't know, man.
Yeah,
Sorry about
loud
that,
and clear.
Michael. Sorry, man.
Ah, no problem at all. I
I
literally had the same exact issue earlier
I've had no problem with earbuds, man. I've been trying to do this for 2 weeks now. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I hate wearing this. That's all.
today.
Anyway, so how you
Yeah,
been?
no worries. Not too bad at all. Long weekend for me. Birthday parties.
Yeah.
Women.
Cool.
When two women want to celebrate their birthdays together, it's a whole thing. Has to be perfect. So I was off the grid to say the least on this
There you
weekend, but
go.
back in the
That's
chair, ready to
perfect.
kick some butt in the markets this week.
You need to be off the grid a lot of times in this trading game. It just stresses you out. You got to unwind, man. It's the only way to survive.
For sure, for sure. I say
So
it all the
yeah, so
time. I'm
go ahead.
I was gonna say I'm actually here in Mexico, so I've
I gathered
definitely
that.
can unwind
I
here
found that
to
out.
say.
I found that out. Yes. You're yeah, you're in
uh,
Yucatan, man. That's awesome. That is
yes, yes,
awesome.
yes. We love it out here.
How long you've been there?
Sweet, sweet. In February it'll be 3 years, so we've been here for 2.5 years.
Oh, cool. Cool. That's very cool.
Absolutely
Yeah.
love it.
Are you
Sweet. What about
permanent?
you? Where
Like
are you?
are you I'm in Los Angeles area, so I'm on the West Coast.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah, I'm actually going to go to Cabo in about a week and a half, so that's kind of I mean, I've been to Cancun so
uh,
many times, but it's easier for me to go to Cabo, just straight down.
yeah, since it's right there. Right, right, right. Versus
Yeah,
flying across
yeah,
the
yeah.
country.
It's not too bad.
No, I
LA
love
to Cancun
Cabo.
is like
I
four
actually went
hours.
there for our baby moon, and it was beautiful. I
Oh,
mean,
cool.
absolutely beautiful. Believe it
Yeah,
or not, that's actually one of the reasons that we ended up moving here because that was our like fifth time there, and we're like, you know what? Every time we come here, we just have a blast. We should move here,
yeah,
and
yeah,
we end up moving to near Cancun. Actually, where I'm about 20 minutes south of Cancun,
yeah. That's
so it's
awesome.
super close.
That is awesome. Yeah, cool. Right on, man. So you trade Forex, I gather. I've seen some of your
I do.
streams with you and Richard
Hmm.
and all the gang all the time. So it's nice to watch.
Right, right, right.
Yeah, man, it's quiet. It's this is interesting today. I was checking the markets when we opened up. It's only 6 o'clock p.m. for me, so the markets open up at
Hmm.
3, and I was kind of out and about,
Right.
but I got home and I fired it up, and I was like, it's one of the first weekends I recall in a while where we haven't had some crazy news at some point that has had this market gap up or go, you know what I mean? Like some kind
Yes.
of reaction. Been kind of normal. I'm like, whoa, what a nice change for once here.
Yeah. Say what? It's actually calm. That's interesting.
I know. For sure,
Maybe it's the
for
calm before the
sure.
storm. Who knows?
It could be. It could be. I mean, I have a funny feeling Tuesday morning we're supposed to hear from Jerome Powell. I don't know what the heck that may bring, right? That may
Right.
shake things up a bit. I don't know. I mean, I
For
kind of
sure.
think all this stuff last week. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. Say it's just one of those
But the
things. All you can do
markets,
is trade the price action.
yeah, yeah. Tell me about it. So I normally trade the S&P 500, the ES, and futures. I've been doing that quite a while, and that's my instrument,
Mhm.
man. I don't really bounce around much, but if we get some guys in the chat coming in soon or whatever, they want to see other things, I'd be more than happy to pull that up. But I can, kind of go through. If you want me to kick things off, I can show you kind of what I'm thinking and kind of where the S&P is sitting right now. Of course, it's pretty early in the
Yeah,
session.
yeah.
All right,
Let's do
let's get
it.
the back
Let's
end
do
to
it. And I can
share.
kind
Let's get the back end to pull up my screen.
of yeah.
I'm
Let's
really
jump
frustrated
into
with
it.
my earbuds. I don't know why they're not working, man. I thought I had it solved. I thought I had it solved. I
Man,
was I was messing around
trust
on
me, I deal with it
Friday
all the
after
time.
I was messing around on Friday with Sam and everyone else. I thought I fixed it. Man, crazy. Anyway, all right, here we go. Okay, so just a little, I guess, a little background. I'm mainly a volume profile trader. I trade the auction market.
Mhm.
I'm going to use this little red circle here. I've kind of figured out this could be a good pointer for me when I'm describing things. So,
Okay.
this thing on this whole
Right.
little white grayish distribution on the right, this is just volume
Mhm.
profile. I'm sure you've seen this. And it
Uh-huh.
tracks everything that is on the chart, every candle here. And I think I currently have it at 30-minute, which I don't really uh, trade by time frame or candle, but I have it here just to show. So this yellow
Uh,
distribution was Thursday's regular trading US session, and this other one here is Fridays where we close. So now we are, we opened up right here. We're just kind of actually been squeezing up a little bit here for the last couple of hours or 3 hours. And interestingly, we made all-time highs in the ES last week. We made it in the overnight session. So this yellow again is Thursday. This yellow is Friday, and all this, price action here. This is the overnight. So we made a new all-time high in the
gotcha.
evening on Thursday for us, and then we never came to it. So we kind of just sold off on Friday, and kind of finished a little bit towards kind of like what we call point of control or the middle of the profile, and that was it.
Mhm.
So now we're kind of heading up, and I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna retest the all-time high here tonight in the overnight, or we're gonna do it when London opens up, or whenever. But
Mhm.
that's what I'm keeping an eye on, and it's the one thing that you know when we're in this kind of all-time high area, I call everything above this volume as outer space or no man's land. It's just black because we've
Okay.
never ever traded there, right? So there's nothing to really
Yes.
lean
There's
against,
no
or there's
target.
no levels,
Y-
there's no target, there's no
Yeah.
liquidity, there's nothing there. And it's very hard in this situation. I mean, it was actually good on Friday. Friday was slow in the US indices. The Dow was slow, the Nasdaq
Mhm.
was very slow. Um, and the ES was slow, but we still kind of had this little sell off, but it was still very, very slow getting there. And but at least coming
Right.
off the high, you've got things to look for. But when we go up and we go north, we're just You don't know. There's no levels. There's no. I mean, you could do an average
Right.
true range and things of that, but I don't trade that way. So for me, I need to see a little bit of
Right.
rotations going on and all that. So yeah, that's
Exactly.
just kind of
Exactly.
yeah. And I'm sure. I mean, with Forex and every other asset class, it's really the same thing. I know some of the
Exactly. Like you
pairs have
wanted to
been
take out the previous high or the previous low. Like give me some target, not just. No, I call it no
exactly.
man's land too.
Yeah.
Like all time highs
Yeah.
are really hard to gauge where the target would
It's
be.
so hard.
Same thing with all
It's
time
so
lows.
hard. Exactly right. And everyone wants to, kind of pick the top or pick the bottom at any interval, but
Right.
man, you just get hammered. You're going to get killed trading that way, I find, because you never know when it how do you know that this is the all-time high? We may never like the 63.57, which is the
Yep.
all-time high in the ES. Yeah, we could keep crushing higher, but you never know. We may fall back and never come back for a long, long time.
Right.
And that's the
Right. I
randomness of
say
the
the same
markets, my
thing
friend.
as far as yes, as far as certain targets and like you don't you can get chopped to death, right? Like you everyone who tries to
Yes.
time the high or time the low doesn't work out
Yeah.
well. Like you literally have to
No.
let the market show you, let the price action reveal
Exactly.
itself further. And I'll show later
Exactly.
on how I trade, and you'll see my ideology
Mm-hmm.
behind that exact thing that you just brought
Mm-hmm.
up. Like
Mm-hmm.
I trade with that same ideal.
Yeah. No, I think it's great. And I mean, there's many ways to trade, of course. This is just something that I've been doing for quite a long time. And I found something that suited me and I can consistently pull money out of this market and made a living doing it. So
Right.
I don't really try to screw things up. I try to actually remove stuff. I got to one point where I was trying to take almost every indicator away, aside from volume. And I have, like I
Yeah.
have volume weighted average price, the VWAP on here, that little thin line, little thin white line here. It's,
Uh-huh.
oops, let me move it. You can just kind of see it trailing underneath, and then volume, and that's
Yep. Uh-huh.
that's pretty much it because I trade from these low volume, these areas, these, like I call them low volume nodes. You may have heard that called before, and these high
Hmm.
volume nodes and
Uh-huh.
these little rotations. I go back and forth between these, and I'm all discretionary at this point. So I just, because I watched this instrument, I've been trading it like every day for over 12 years, just this instrument alone. So
Right.
I get a pretty good feeling. Yes, we get news and crazy stuff that comes out and tweets and Fed heads and all the
Hmm.
crap that make it go bonkers. But by and
Right.
large, there's a rhythm to this whole thing, right?
For sure. For sure. 100%.
Yeah.
It's you just got to learn the dance, right? Like sometimes you don't always have to go
Yeah.
to, I don't know, learn to dance at some school to watch enough movies or get some hand-on practice. And like, you know what? I can do this
Right.
dance now.
Right. Right. Exactly. So yeah, I'll probably take trades here in this session because I'm an active trader, but I'm just kind of watching it. I'm curious to see if we get up to if we move up here to where the high was on Friday, or I mean, we're so close to all time highs also. So I'm just kind of waiting, giving a little room to breathe. If we start to revert back down here, I'll keep you abreast if I'm thinking about getting in. But that's kind of how I see things right now. Again,
Yeah.
pretty it's pretty early in the overnight, and I gotta tell you, man, it's a pretty quiet Sunday for once, which is nice. We don't have crazy news yet.
Yeah.
The key word,
Right.
yet.
Yeah. Yet. Exactly. Say yet is the operative word
Oh
because
man.
it could surely come.
Oh man. I know. I know. Yeah. So I mean, that's kind of what I do. That's it. And
Nice.
I just moved to a 5 minute just to
Yeah.
give a little more detail.
Nice. No, it looks pretty clean. Pretty clean for sure.
Yeah, we're just kind of responsive buying. I think profit take. I'm not profit taking. We're just buying up. Now, one thing that I do look for in everything is kind of goes to my auction market concept.
Hmm.
When you've got participants, and participants can be buyers or sellers at any point, right? like right up here at
Uh-huh.
the top of Friday's high of day, which is right where we opened because we just kind of sold off. There are stops sitting here. There's
Uh-huh.
a ton of stops sitting here, and there's a ton of stops sitting above the all-time high because that's where people are going. If you're going to
Right.
go short, typically you're going to put a stop above it, right? And conversely on the
Mm-hmm.
other direction. But coming up here, if this market comes up and it wants to maybe sweep or what I call stop pick and make a real aggressive move and just like pick off all these stops, and it may sit and may
Mm-hmm.
revert back down. So I'm going to kind of wait and see because there's fuel, right? There's stops, which are easy for if someone wants to get a good fill, they're going to just creep up here and take it out. If it continues to move north, then we'll find out. But I'm really at this point observing behavior because we're so close. We're like 12 points from the all-time high. I mean, and less than that from Friday's high.
Right.
So it's a little too close for me to engage because I don't have enough risk reward right here. If we are to go up, and if we fall
Right.
back, I'm not quite sure where I'm going to get in yet. So I'm just going to watch, see what happens.
Just gotta be patient.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I agree. They got a lot of stops sitting above all of those levels. I think that and say that exact thing.
Yep. And every time there's like some kind of psychological level or like an even number, like a 6,300 or a 6,000 or a 10,000 or whatever it may be, right? You always got a lot
Mm-hmm.
of retail guys parking their stops there, which is not the most smartest thing in the world, but they do it. And so it's kind of like
Right.
easy pickings if you want to play the stops. It's just I like to get in, I like to buy into selling, I like to sell into buying. That's why I kind of engage on the outer edges of these nodes typically. I don't want to get like right in at the
Right.
top, like at the point, like where this little pink line. This is, well, here, let me just do this. I'm gonna get to where we open. That's pretty much our profile for tonight, which is really, oops, hold on. Let me move this puppy. There we go. Um, it's all jagged, right? There's not even a good little bell shape yet. It's too early. So, but this pink line that my circle's sitting right on, that's just the point of control, which is the most popular price with volume currently in the last 3 hours and 15 minutes. So I don't want to be here and like get in long or short. I'd rather get in on an outer edge because if I'm here, my experience is I'm just going to get chopped up, man, because I don't know. Like if it
Yeah,
comes
big
back, if it
time.
retests and it goes to retail, like what I call it like retail price, because the retail traders are, everyone likes it. I know there's institutional banks and hedge funds and stuff. They don't play this retail game pretty much. They don't care. They're just trying to get in with a
Right.
massive amount of contracts or what have you, right? But for most of the
Right.
guys, I think all the technical guys, I think they're all smart. Yeah, they all want to get in here and stuff, and I'm like, I can't because I mean, I shouldn't say I can't. I do. I make mistakes. I sometimes FOMO in. I jump in like, oh, I got to get in on this trade, and I find out, oh, I entered right
Right.
where.
That was not it.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, because now I'm just a sit duck. But yeah, so I try to wait
Hmm.
for other areas to get in, if that makes sense.
Sure, sure. No, I'm
Yeah.
similar to how you mentioned it. Like for me, if I want to go short, I really need to see them come out the box, which is after Asia for me. So like 5 to 12 will be that
Yeah.
box Eastern,
Oh yeah.
and hit the stops
Yeah.
high first,
Right.
and then let's go short. Or if I want to go long, I want to see you come out the box and hit the stops short first below that Asia range,
Mm,
and then let's go long with a nice confirmed pattern, of course. But yeah, I truly
yeah.
believe because my mentor who I learned from, he was a market maker and
Hmm.
his mentor was a market maker. And I mean he just showed it
Oh,
to
you
us
got
on the
the
screen and
inside
it to
scoop.
me it was
Yeah.
clear as day.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know
Yeah.
what? It makes sense. It makes total sense.
That is awesome.
So
Hmm.
yeah, I don't trade like outside without that, right? Like if they didn't hit the stops first, I wouldn't even touch it. Because you know what's
Right.
gonna happen?
Right. Right.
You're gonna get stopped out.
You're going to be the one hung out. Exactly. You're going to get trapped and you're hung out to dry. So
Yeah,
is
yeah.
it
I
what
don't like I
what
don't
time
like
what time zone is it for you? Are you east? I heard
that.
years ago that Cancun went eastern.
Nah,
Did
so
they
we
ever do
don't we
that?
don't recognize Nah, so we don't recognize daylight saving times, and it's Central Time here. So for me, it's five. I'm sorry, it's
Yeah,
8:20.
it is central.
Yeah.
You know, it's so funny because I
Hmm.
remember when I
But
traveled to Cancun.
once the daylight saving time is over, we will be Eastern
Yeah.
time. So like in November, I think that
Oh,
is when it is. So half the year we are time, but the other half is Central. So we're on the Central half of the year right now.
I remember hearing something like, I know Mexico wanted to make Cancun Eastern so that they can have an advantage, I guess, with the East Coast of the U.S. But I don't remember. It was just like Cancun, like just a little sliver of the tip of the peninsula, right? Like it was kind of weird. But every time when I used to go to
Yeah,
Cancun, I remember being Central Time. So yeah, okay, cool.
yeah. We're Central on this time, Eastern on the other side.
Yeah,
For
yeah, I
me,
got
things
you.
operate on Eastern time, so I still like have my computer and mainly my computer on Eastern because that's what I'm gonna be working off of. But Central, we're Central
Where are
time.
you from? Where are you from originally? Like in the U.S.
Chicago. I lived in
Where?
Chicago for 10 years.
Oh, okay.
That's where I grew up. Then
So you're
Atlanta
Central.
for another.
You're Atlanta's Eastern though, isn't it? I think.
Yeah,
Isn't
Atlanta's
Atlanta
Eastern,
Eastern?
and so is I lived in Fort Lauderdale
Okay.
too. So Fort Lauderdale was Eastern. So I'm
Oh
always a
yeah,
Central
yeah,
or
yeah. Of
Eastern
course.
person.
Yeah, I got you. I got you for sure. Yeah. No, I know. I kind of hate the daylight savings and the standard switcheroo because when other countries don't do it, it's hard. It's always hard to remember.
Yeah,
Like
it is. It's
London,
like you forget every
it'll
year.
be like yeah, it's terrible, and I never know when they switch back, and hard.
Yeah. It's horrible. Absolutely horrible.
Yeah,
Like literally, I would forget
I
every
know.
year, and then we finally moved here, and I'm like, babe, guess what? They don't recognize daylight
We don't have
saving
to
time here,
change.
so I don't have to worry about the. Yeah, I'm like, thank God, that was getting on my damn nerves.
Yeah. Arizona, I think Arizona may be the only state. No, maybe Montana, but there's like I know Arizona for a fact. They just stay standard year round. So like, half the
Yeah.
year they're on the same time as LA and Vegas, but then the other half they're not. And
Uh,
it's always I always have to remember. It's crazy. Pain.
yep. And like you mentioned, it's only
Jazzy,
one of the
Jazzy,
fewest
welcome
countries
to the
that does
chat,
that.
Jazzy. Yeah, I know. I know. Where everyone is entering
Hey,
is the
Jazzy.
pink line anchored. No, my pink line, Jazzy, unfortunately is not anchored. It's anchored to, let me see. It may be anchored. It should be if I go. It is anchored. It's changing. It's my VWAP is also really, I mean, I can't move the anchored, but the VWAP is anchored to the start of the session here. So everything here is anchored to the opening tonight or today, wherever you are this morning. Um, and yeah, but as you see here, as I've been talking with Coach Michael, this point of control may shift and migrate north here because, wait, I keep moving this wrong. I'm trying to move my little guy. There we go. We're building volume. The more we consolidate here, this little bunch, right? We're adding volume to the top. So if point of control shifts up here, that kind of tells me that buyers are happier paying a higher price for the ES. So if the point of control shifts up, I'm thinking that we're going to keep marching higher until we don't. But it's just kind of like, you know, they're trading a lot up here. They can't buy it down here anymore. So if you want to buy, let's say you want to buy, like you're at the grocery store, you want to buy an ES, you got to pay this price right now if you want it now.
Right.
You
Right.
may get it if it comes back down, but it may not come back down. So it's just like an auctioneer in a way, and I'm really just watching the participant behavior. Uh, and of course, I watch like liquidity and stuff, but it's not. I have other tools for that. So yeah, I mean that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'd like to
I think I
see.
got some here.
Yeah, go ahead and
Uh,
take over,
I've been looking at
please.
this. And it's still just kind of sitting here. I don't think this is about to go anywhere. So I'm gonna at least take us.
Let's
and
have
a
the back
small
end switch over
position
to
here.
Coach
I
Michael's screen
actually,
if we can.
yeah, let me get my screen up here. I don't really like to trade these, to be totally honest, because I feel like it's like trap move. Sunday and Monday, I'm pretty much kind of watching out for, and then Friday. But if I get a clean setup, oh yeah, this. I think this will be a good one. If we get my screen share
Cool.
here, that'd be great. All
Yeah,
right,
here we go.
perfect. So let me
There we go.
reshare my entire screen so I can get everything up here. So I'm interested in Euro CAD right now, and this is on the 4 hour
Yep.
chart. Let's see. This is a one for 30 and 34. Yeah, so let's go ahead and I'm gonna put my stop above this swing point, which is looks like six thousand. Funny enough, I'm gonna try to hurry up because it looks like
Mm-hmm.
uh, this thing is trying to go now. So let me get over here. This is Eurocad. Yeah, I'm looking at it on my other monitor that's in front of me too, and it's just sitting here.
Yeah.
I have to get
Yeah.
this one. So I'm just gonna put a quarter on here, just a quarter of.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, a half a position on here, and we'll see what it does. 6,000. I'll just risk just 125 on this one, and we'll see what it does. I actually get back up and trade London, so I'll see
Okay.
what it looks
Okay.
like then if I'll take another position on it. But I'm definitely gonna get in right here at this price right now. So I just want to short this right now at this area. We'll just jump in market. And cool, we are in. So cool. Then I just want to go back and put my
Nice.
stop on, my TP, which
Yeah.
is put it up just a little bit, 58.90. So cool. We go to 58.90 here. 90. So we'll do that. Then I'll go ahead and explain what I'm seeing here. I just want to jump in first. All right. So I actually even had
Absolutely.
this alert set, as you can see, that it just hasn't gotten
Mm-hmm.
triggered yet. But I'm really liking this last whoops. I'm really liking this last candle. It just came all the way up there. It just closed on a hammer like that. It's like they're just rejecting a
Yeah.
little area. So
Yeah.
we'll see what it actually does. And then, so just to kind of explain what I'm seeing here and give a little bit of context. So I trade what's called or what's known as the market maker method. So uh, it's in essence, it's a pattern or cycle, which would be the market maker cycle in essence. And that looks like something like this. So it's like an M top, which would be level
Mm-hmm.
3 for me.
Mm-hmm.
It'll break, kind
Mm-hmm.
of retest that zone, break, retest the zone again, and then kind of do
Mm-hmm.
the same thing the other way, right? Me specifically, you were talking about earlier how it's no way to time that. I stay away from this area right here, right,
Mm.
which is the peak,
Yeah.
what I would call peak
Yeah.
high.
Because you don't know if it's going to break
Right?
high in that case or continue south, right? You don't know when you're in that little
This thing could keep,
even range, right?
yeah, yeah. This thing could. There's no way. There's no telling. This thing could just keep doing this all day,
Exactly.
right? So
Exactly.
for people to try to
Yes.
grab, when people try to grab, I'd say, this and
Mm-hmm.
this, it's like, how do you know that it's doing it? Oh, it's a double top. It's an M top. Like,
Right.
dude, you
Yeah.
need more to the story than just that, right? And they try to grab
Exactly.
this,
Yeah.
and it just
Yeah.
never works. And I can't say
Right.
never, right? Sometimes they get a good whatever, but me, I'm interested in once it breaks this level and comes back
Yeah.
and does that, right?
And
So
then a
I'm
bigger
interested
move.
in that.
You're looking for a bigger move either way, right?
Yeah,
You're looking for
I'm only
price action
interested
away
in
from
this
movement.
level and this
Mm.
level. That's it.
Mm.
That's the
Gotcha.
only two things I'm interested in. This for me is what I would call level one, and this typically I'll give a little bit more context. So in level one, my 13 and my 50 cross, which is the two EMAs here, right? So
Okay.
the 13 EMA is the red one, and then the 50 EMA is this blue one, right? So in this level, this 1350 will cross, just how it is here. Same exact thing as how it is right here, right? That's where
Mm.
the EMA and the 50 EMA
Yep.
cross. So at this point,
Yep.
right? I can already see this. This is the M top up there. Oh,
Yep.
whoops.
Yeah,
Right,
I
so this
follow
is
you.
the M top here. And I'm not worried
Mm-hmm.
about none of this until this 1350 cross. How you can't tell what it'll do over here because it could hold this level,
Right. Right.
right? What
Right.
what really what really clues you in is this. Once this 1350 cross and I get like a little run this in here, now I'm convinced that this is short. I wasn't convinced
Okay.
before though, because there's no way to tell that.
Right.
This, what I would
Yeah.
call, locks the
That
pattern.
far right edge, you don't. There's not. You don't know. I mean, we're not Nostradamus. We don't know what's going to happen in the future. It just all we see is what's going
There's
on.
nearly no way you can tell what's with this. This could
That's
keep
right.
doing this, right? Like this could have kept doing it. I'm only interested in break that part and then come back and retest this area.
I see. Yeah.
Then I want to
Yeah.
get in somewhere right here, right? Which is the same
So
exact
will
thing
you?
as right here.
You'll get in on. You'll enter on a retest. You'll wait for the first retest or the second one, which is a bigger move, maybe, or you don't, or you're going
So
into like
actually,
a portion, a partial position, and then adding two, maybe kind of thing.
so I'll say it kind of depends, right? So this first level, I'm taking this move. I'm typically would take this move. This is my highest probability setup, actually, the one we just took. This is my what
Mm-hmm.
I would call master trade. That's why I
Mm-hmm.
got the alert that says 4 hour master trade setup. So once
Right.
this
Right.
confirms, this is my A plus setup right here. Like I would take this trade every day, twice on Sunday if it sets up, right? And this is my main move. But I'm not a swing trader, so I wouldn't swing this. Once it price got
Right.
towards
Right.
this 200 EMA, I would close it,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like that's why
Mm-hmm.
my TP is there. But the second move in this cycle, right, that I'm looking at is right here, right? So now we're talking about.
Yeah.
In fact, let me do it like this. I'm also interested in this second area as well, right? Now this one is a little bit different. This is really the next step, right? So the 50 and the 200 cross,
Mm-hmm.
and I know I'm in
Mm-hmm.
level 2, right? So as you can see, this blue 50 EMA, the white one is the 200, right? So I would take this move, right? What I just explained. The next move that I would take is something like this. Once this, let's say this, I think I can change this color. Yeah, I'll just change the color for just to get this even easier. So once this 50 and this 200 EMA cross like this,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
I will turn this to white. Right now, I can see that the next level has crossed. Then I will be looking for. I would know that now we are in level 2. Just how I know
Mm-hmm.
we're in level 2 once this happens. So first level 1350
Gotcha.
cross, second level 5200 cross, and at this point, now I'm looking for basically some type of M structure off this 200 EMA to go short to that last level. Those are the only two
Cool.
trades that I'll take on the chart: level 1 and level 2. That's it. And then I'll just
That's
wait for
very
this to
cool.
turn around and go back the other way, the long side, basically.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
So when I point out that this here has done exactly what I wanted it to, basically, it's giving me that 1350 cross, which is right here, right? And then also
Yep.
something else I just want to kind of add in too. When I first come to the charts, I need to know. So I just explained to you where I am in the cycle. So my very first question would be to myself is like, where? Yeah, I can't spell today. Where am I in the cycle? Right? Man, I cannot spell. C Y. All right. So two would be I'm looking for some type of pattern. Right.
Yeah.
3, I need higher time frame confirmation, and then
Right.
4 would be that entry signal.
Okay.
Right. So in addition to everything that I just kind of mentioned, as far as the levels and drawing that pattern, so I've just identified where I am in the cycle. I can tell I'm in level 1. Ding, 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 level 1, 1350 cross right there. I'm in level 1.
Okay.
Next, I'm looking for some type of pattern, as I mentioned. right? And then in this particular level, I'm really just looking for a run, kind of how we have here, a run. Now
Yep.
I don't want it to
Yep.
touch the 200 EMA because I want to be on the ride with it when it touches the EMA, the 200. I don't want it to touch it and then come back to the 50, then touch it again. I want it to make this run, but miss the 200 EMA and then pull back. The very first time that price pulls back to the 50 EMA, which is literally right in here after we get the cross, right? Because if you look, once this crosses, price doesn't come back. This wick doesn't count. I mean body, by the way. So I mean body of the
Okay. Yeah.
candle
Yeah.
to come back
Right.
and touch this. Boom, we're right here. All right, so this is the pattern I'm looking for. Third would be the higher time frame confirmation. Now, typically I'm taking trades on a 1 hour chart, and for me to get a higher time frame confirmation, I would need to kick it up one level, which would be the 4 hour chart. But since we're taking this on the
Mm-hmm.
4 hour chart, I need to kick it up one level to the daily chart. And I only want to
Okay.
see one thing on here, which is, I can actually erase this, which is price below the 13 EMA on the daily chart on this particular trade. And when we look at it, this last candle here, yes, it is. It's really below this red 13 EMA, right? If this was above it, I wouldn't take it because what tends to happen is if price isn't
Yeah.
below on the right side on the 4 hour chart or the daily or the next highest time frame, it won't go, or to have a very hard time going. You might be sitting in
Okay.
drawdown, taking forever.
Yeah.
So I don't
Yeah.
take it
Yeah.
until I get it. All right. That's like a hard rule for me. So in this case, we do have the prices below the 13 EMA on the daily chart. So cool. We got three of the four things. The last thing we would need is on this particular chart or time frame, I would need to see price close below the 13 on the 4 hour chart, which is this one. And
Mm.
if we zoom in here, we can obviously see that price is below this 13 EMA. This trade is good to go. It's good to go. The entire thing.
Very good.
So that's why I entered this trade um, to be able to take. And of course, I always, as we mentioned, I don't know why this is like this. I had short on the other side. I always mention I
Yeah.
need
No,
to
I'm looking.
put.
I'm looking
I
in.
like to put my
I'm
stop.
reading the chat. Jazzy looks like he's similar to you. He was. By the way, he's in Hong Kong, so it's morning for him. So good morning, Jazzy.
Oh,
Cozy
nice.
Christmas. But he's like, I find London a consolidation session. Okay, it's by experience, and
Mhm.
then he's asking if you're entering after the pullbacks, and he uses the 9 and the 20 EMA. So these were, I think,
Nice.
geared towards you, Michael, when you were doing your description there.
Yep.
So yeah, that's
Yep.
cool.
Yep. So yeah, I'm
So if
not really more than
you go to
anything for the
you're
entry.
going to go to sleep, you're going to go to sleep, and you're going to wake up for
Hmm.
London, like what 2 a.m., 3 a.m.
Yeah.
for you, whatever it is. And then when you're up,
Yeah. It'll
you're
be.
up then through the morning, or are
Yeah.
you just
I'll
like
just
getting
stay
up
up
for
because I do a
London for a
second
bit?
session.
Yeah, you do the early session.
I'll
I know
stay
you
up.
do.
I
Yeah.
stay up the whole day. As
You
long as I
trade
get
the
me like
U.S.
six
session
hours of
too?
sleep, I do. I trade London and New York.
Okay. Woo!
Yep.
Committed, man.
Yes. Yes.
That's
Yeah. And
cool.
then
That's
I
cool.
literally finish the rest of my day. I'll end up going to sleep probably around 8:30. And then, I'm actually, this is my first time doing the Sunday session. So typically I don't
Me
do
too.
8 to 10. I just do that London
Isn't?
session.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I only did it once. I did it once last week. Which during the week it's okay for me, but no, this is the first time I've done Sunday, which is fine. I mean, you know, if I'm
yeah.
around, like if I'm home or whatever, and I'm in my office, and I want to turn on my computer and stuff. Usually, if the markets are open, I'll want something up so I can see. I just want to have it. It doesn't mean I'm going to take a trade. I just want to watch it. I'm
Yeah.
usually interested
I'm,
in
I'm the
Sunday,
same.
how it reacts after the close. I want to see how it opens up. And sometimes I'll find myself putting on something, but I don't sit all Sunday night. Like it's still a weekend for me. I need to kind of unwind, and I got dad duty and other things I
Yeah.
got to do. So It's kind of.
Same,
But
same.
when I'm up, like in the morning, I'm up like at I'm ready to go like at 5:30 in the morning, and I'm through it the whole day. Yeah,
Gotcha. Yeah. Same, same. It's like a nap. I'm like, no, I'd rather just stay up, and then once it gets around 8:39, I can actually fall right to sleep. I have
yeah.
no problem getting to sleep when I have a schedule
I
like
don't
that. So
either.
it works out really enough.
I think at the end, I'm ready to go to sleep. I think my mind is just like fried after looking at all the screens and stuff all day. I'm just
Yep.
like I have
Yep.
no problem falling asleep. My wife's like, God, you just hit the pillow and you're out. I'm so jealous of you. I'm like, yeah, well,
Yep.
I guess I could barely see straight anymore.
Exactly. No, I'm the same. I got to do dad duties, and all of that stuff. But the cool
Yeah,
thing is,
yeah.
once London session is over with, I'm pretty much done with London. And like, I get off here at like 10 Central, so that's like 11 Eastern. I'm definitely done by
Right.
12. Every now and
Okay,
then,
so
I'll
you're
trade
only
like an indice, like if
okay. That's what
gold
I was
sets
asking. It's
up
like
or
you're not in the whole
Bitcoin.
way, like another 6 hours all the way
Mm-mm.
to US or whatever. You may just trade an hour
Nah.
or two of London Open kind of thing. Okay.
Yep. And what I'll do
That's cool.
is, even in the New York session, like I'm good with the alerts. Like I'll set alerts for the most part. So
Yeah.
if I get an alert, then I'll come back to the screen and check it out. But for the most part, I'm done. Like I'm done for the day. I'm
Mm-hmm.
chilling. I'm at the beach or at some
Yeah.
a friend's house or something. I'm literally done for the day from like at 12. I
Yeah.
say at
Yeah.
the latest.
Yeah. That's good.
Um,
Perfect.
But cool. So I did want to answer
Yeah.
this question. He was mentioning, it looks like, was I waiting for the pullback? So not necessarily waiting for a
Yeah.
pullback, but what I was looking for is once we get this initial run. So like how price, 1350 crosses here, and then price will run down as I mentioned, but not touch this 200 EMA. Because if it touched
Mm-hmm.
this 200 on this initial run, I don't like it as much. Like I might not even trade it. So I don't want it to touch this. It's like I already know that there's orders on the other side of this 200 EMA, so I don't want them to touch it before I get in
Yeah.
the trade. I want them to
I
pull
gotcha.
back, hit the 50 EMA, activate those orders, and then run to the 200. And I want to be on that run. Run right here is what I want to be in. Right, this initial
Because
run, and
because
this
you're
is where I
because
make
you're in
most of my bread.
your theory is if it gets past the 200, it's already picked up all those orders, so there's nothing for you to get next time. Is that
Yep.
kind of how you're looking at it?
Yep. So
That's
and
pretty
and
cool.
more or less, it's the fact that I know that there's pending orders there, and I don't want them to activate it. I want them to go get it. Right. I don't want to be when
Right.
it.
Right.
I don't want to be in it the second time around. Like I want to be there the first
Yeah,
time
I'm with
around
you.
because I know there's a lot like that. The probability of this going, if it didn't touch the 200, is much higher than if it touched the 200,
Right.
pulled back to the 50, and then went back to the 200.
Right.
So
Gotcha. Because it
that's
made
why I
an
don't like
attempt
it
and
when it
it
touches
didn't
the
it
200.
didn't get there. I see.
Yep. And the attempt is to get close for people to start getting ready to jump in, but they pull it back and hit the 50. And at this, there's pending orders going long at this point, right? So they pull it away from them, and then they want to run to this 200. So if I see this pattern, I'm all over this trade, like all over it, kind of like today. So, like I said, I do want to
Yeah, that's
just
why you're
see
like,
what
I got to get
it's
this.
going to
I got
do
to
for a
get
little
this
bit.
first, and I'll talk about it after.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
Because what'll
Yeah.
happen is it'll end up pulling away. But this confirmation candle here is golden as well. Like you get this price actually closes below the 13.
Mm.
Because if you look
Mm.
here on this candle, as you see, this candle one. So we got one, two, three, four, five, six candles later. This is the first candle that closed below this 13 EMA in quite some time,
Mm-hmm.
in 6 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So this is
Mm-hmm.
my confirmation candle. This one right here. And the fact that this last candle went all the way up here, tried to do something, and it got
Yep.
rejected and
Yep.
closed in the pin bar. Oh, I like that a lot.
I
I
see.
like that a lot. See, my
Yeah.
alert's probably finna go off to take this trade right now. like I said, I already took the there you go right there. So
Yep.
yeah, I seen this earlier.
Nice.
I set this alert earlier today. So this
Mm.
is I don't really like to trade on Sundays as I mentioned, but this trade right here, this is my highest probability setup. So I'll gladly take this one.
Yep.
Gladly.
I'm with you, man.
So
You got to trade it when you see
but
it.
yeah, that's my mentor told me. He said when the setup appears, trade it without fear. You got to. That's how it goes.
I like that. I like that. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, the ES is just kind of creeping along here. This is why it's called quiet markets for a reason, right? But no, we
Right.
the point of control shifted up, so I'm just kind of watching it. I'm tempted. I gotta see it come down a little bit. Where it's on the outer edge, but I'm tempted to go long, believe it or not. But I don't really have much to show yet to get into it. But yeah, boy, this is like a real typical Sunday night trade. Slow and low, man. Look at this. This thing's just, some people when they trade futures, they want to trade the Nasdaq, and the Nasdaq,
Mhm.
it's similar to the ES and the S&P, but it's way more volatile, way more furious. When there's a move in the Nasdaq, it just kind of rips, and it just
Right.
I like to like I like to scale in. I don't mind being a little bit methodical and slow. I mean, it's very slow now in the overnight, but sometimes the overnight has a lot more
Mhm.
action. We've been seeing in the ES anyway, the overnight's been very active the last couple of weeks, and we've hit all-time highs, I think, 3 times in the overnight session, and we never made them in the regular session. So, I say that, but
Right.
sometimes it'll surprise you. But yeah, a lot of guys
Yeah.
they like the Nasdaq because they want that action.
Yeah. They want that
I just
run.
want to make the
Yeah.
money.
I used to trade in
I don't care
sessions
about
with
the action.
Sam, Coach Sam, and
Yep. Yep.
Coach Amon, and they were
Yep.
both. One was ES, as you know, Sam, and then
Yes.
Amon was
Yeah, Sam,
Nazi.
of
So
course.
it's always funny
Yeah.
to see them.
I mean,
I told him
Sam
I was going to
scalps
jump
more than
in and
I.
trade US 30.
Yeah, exactly. Get one of each. Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
man. For sure.
No, no, they definitely like that
So,
action though, for sure. It's one of those things where it's like, whoa, this thing can, go a million miles an hour. Like, whoa.
what's so
Kind of like
funny
gold a
is
little bit.
Coach, yeah, Goldman, ridiculous. Coach Sam switched over to the NQ for 2 weeks. And I'm like, are
Oh
you done with
yeah,
ES?
yeah.
And
I
he's like,
remember.
no. He goes, no, but I'm kind of getting bored of it, right? So he had a pretty decent week last week, but he got it handed to him on Thursday in the session. Me and
Yeah.
Coach Paul, we were teasing him, and then he's like, I think my little love affair with the NQ's got to end. I think I got to go back to the ES. And I said, I told you, I knew you would, because it started moving too much on him, and he wasn't
That's-
used to it. And he's like, oh no,
yeah.
oh no.
Right. Right.
But
No, that's
it's
a whole
I don't
thing.
know. There's people that could jump
Nah.
around like that. I'm not good. I
Uh,
gotta like if I could trade probably anything, but I got to give it some time. I got to watch it. Like I want to see what
yeah.
it's doing. I don't want to just jump in and do just because like, oh, I'll try to switch to a micro contract and throw something on. To me, that's like you might as well just gamble or throw a dart at the wall or something,
Uh,
Like,
right. No, it's
ooh, what are we
definitely
doing here? We're gonna come
a thing.
down. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I was with Sam when he switched over for those 2 weeks. I think him and Eamon
Oh,
had
did you?
like
Yeah.
a bet. Yeah, and he switched
Oh,
over.
I didn't know he had a bet. I just know that he was telling me
Yeah,
that he switched,
yeah,
but he didn't give me the reason why. Oh, okay.
yeah. He switched
Oh,
over.
that's funny.
Him and Eamon, they had a bet going on, and
Oh,
he lost it, so
that
he
is
had to
funny.
switch over.
Oh, oh, good. I got some more information for tomorrow morning when I'm on with him.
Yeah, I thought it
That's
was
great.
hilarious. I'm like, oh man, you guys are hilarious.
Oh, that is funny. That is funny for sure.
Yeah, I got another one that I'm kind of looking at here is gold also. Let me go back to it here.
What are your most popular pair? Do you like trade like kind of similar pairs all the time, or are you looking around through everything and kind of just looking for what's moving, or do you like you stick to certain pairings?
Oh, so great question. So funny enough, I trade it all. Like everything on my
Okay.
screen now, I trade NAS, I
Uh
trade
huh.
US 30, S&P,
Okay.
gold, silver,
Okay.
crude
You
oil,
got
Bitcoin.
CFDs. You
I
got
don't trade the
everything.
peso.
Okay.
Yep. I don't trade the peso. I
You
just have it
do?
up here to see the
You do or
exchange
you
rate for
don't?
myself. No, I don't.
You
I don't.
do? Oh, okay. Okay.
No. I just like to see the
Yeah. What's that?
exchange rate. That's
18.7.
it.
I know. I need to go
Yep.
higher. So when I go to Cabo, I want 20 to 1 when I go to Cabo. 20 to 1.
Yeah. Get that once you're in the $20 range, that's awesome.
Oh man, that's
But
I
yeah, I
mean, when
trade
it
all of
got
these.
there, it was crazy. Yeah, New Zealand dollar I heard has
Hmm.
been ripping like crazy, huh? Some of these.
Yeah, it's definitely like you don't even really notice it, but you can always tell. I'm like, man, something I normally would have paid, I don't know, $5 for it cost me $4. I'm like, oh, that was interesting. That was pretty sweet. I just got a
Yeah,
twenty
yeah, yeah,
percent discount. That was
for
nice.
sure,
But yeah, I trade them
for
all, and I'm just
sure.
looking for that pattern that I mentioned to you. So I
Mm-hmm.
literally go through all of these
Mm-hmm.
pairs every day. I spend like 20, 30 minutes going over them, and I'm
Yep.
either in level one or I'm in level two. If I am, then I'll look for opportunities. But if it's in peak high or peak low, I just leave it alone. Go to the next one.
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah, so a little bit of
Oh.
everything. When I'm liking gold, I wanted to go back to it. I was looking at this earlier today
Yeah, keep
with
going. I'm just looking at mine.
Tiger.
I'm looking at mine. If this thing drops another point or so, I may go long, but keep going and I'll switch over later because mine's not sexy, man. My stuff's
Yeah, yeah.
pretty
Just let me
boring and
know.
slow. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. So we got this same thing here as I mentioned last time. We got the 5200 cross. So I know I'm
Hmm.
in level two. And I'm looking for in this case I'm for a W off the 200. So it could be a
Are
W,
these
but it also could.
no, keep
No,
going.
go ahead.
I was going to ask you like your level, like you know how you talk about level 1, level 2, level 3.
Hmm.
Are these levels that you create or are they like what defines the level for you? Is it the pullback kind of thing?
So it's in that market maker cycle that I was mentioning.
Yep.
So when I'm looking at
Okay.
it, yeah, it'll be like this. This what makes it the
Okay.
levels. So it's either going to
I
be at
see.
the peak low here, and then once
Hmm.
the let's say around here is typically when that 1350 crosses, and I want to be in the move right here on that pull, that break and
Right.
retest of this zone, and
Right.
then
Right.
secondly it will be this level here, which is what I'm looking at now on this chart, and then in this case, this
So what
13 this
the circle you
5200
just
would
drew,
be the cross.
that's like level 2 right there, what you just did? Like that area?
Yep, and it's determined by this
Okay.
5200 cross. So typically at the
I
bottom,
see.
so kind of how I showed the
Okay.
last one, the once the 1350 cross, and you get the first
No, I'm
pullback.
with you. Yeah, I was just trying
Yeah,
to track when you say level 1, level 2, whatever. I was okay. So that's what you mean by the levels. Cool.
like soon as I come to this chart. see this when I look to the left just a little bit, I can see this fresh
Yeah.
5200 cross right here. That lets me know the very next thing I'm looking for is some type of pattern 200 EMA going long. Right,
Yeah.
so
Okay.
I
I
can see we
got you.
got this type of head and shoulders pattern here.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Right now, I actually took this on Friday. I was thinking it was going to go long like this, but it didn't. Obviously, it kind of pulled
Yeah.
on. Now the next move would be for it to do something like this, for it to pull back and bounce off this 50 EMA and go long here. If it does that, I'll take it. Now I seen this earlier today when I was on with Tiger, but this doesn't count.
Yep.
And reason being is this is no touch to the 50, right? Like after we got this kind of run up, and I wanted to see it bounce off
Yep.
this and then
Yep.
go. But
Right.
if you look,
Right.
price did not touch the 50 at all. I'm not
That
interested
came
in that.
close though.
What it
Really
needed to,
close. That
yeah,
wick.
close. Yep.
Yep.
And to be honest, what'll end up happening is, and this is why I wouldn't touch it, but what could happen is it could either just boom, fall over, actually touch
Mm-hmm.
it, and then go. Then I'll be interested in that move.
Mm-hmm.
But if it doesn't like how it just did, this not good enough for me. It's
So
too
you're okay with it
it's just
going
not.
past the 50, but not the 200 kind of thing, right? Because is that fair to
Well, in this
say, or?
particular level, well,
Oh, okay.
more than
Okay. I see
anything,
what you're saying.
after the W, so after this pattern off the 200, the next move in the cycle
Yeah.
is the pattern off the 50. So it made the move off the 200, but it didn't
Uh,
run.
yeah,
It
yeah,
pulled
yeah.
back. So I'm looking for that next move off the 50, right? But it didn't
Mm.
do it. So there's no
Mm-hmm.
trade for me. Now this could
Mm-hmm.
easily run up, and if that happens, I mean, I didn't miss the
Right.
move because that's not a setup for me. That's not a trade. If it would have
Yeah.
bounced off
Yeah.
this
I'm with you.
50 and then ran up and I didn't take it, then I missed the move.
No, man, that's cool.
Right. So
Yeah. 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 Well, I'm glad you
so
got
I'm
some
more or less
action
looking
here, though.
for
We could show some
that.
stuff.
Yeah, yeah. I looked a little bit earlier today, like around because I was on with Tiger from
Yeah. When? Oh,
four forty
you
five
guys
to
were the
five
first
forty five.
session then. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
You have the
Yep.
short session or whatever it is, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a little
Yeah.
hour, just 1 hour.
I was on with him last week. Um, this session, the quiet markets, like I want to say, maybe it was Wednesday night for us, right?
Mm.
And oh, dude, the storm was rolling through Kansas City. He was getting, I thought his house was going to get rocked. I mean, he
Dang,
was at holy crap, and he was worried his internet was going to
dang.
go, but it never went. But oh my god, he was like, he'd be sitting there, and he's like, you see the flash, the light behind him, and he just jumps. Whoa! I'm like, dude, I heard that through your mic. He goes, oh my god. He goes,
Yeah.
dude, I think my windows are going to break. It's so loud. Crazy, crazy
Said they get
Kansas
pretty bad storms he
tornado or
mentioned.
something.
Yeah. I think Kansas is pretty close to Oklahoma. Like Oklahoma gets a lot of
It is.
tornadoes.
It's just north of
Like,
it. Yeah. They get
yeah.
all that. They get all that stuff.
Yeah, I used to sell vacations like a long time ago when I first moved to Fort Lauderdale. Like it was like
Yeah.
I was in my 20s, but that was one of my jobs that I had, and I'll never ever forget that I was calling and trying to sell this guy this cruise, and he's like, he said, "Yeah, I can really use a vacation, whatever." And he's like, "I'm tired of these tornadoes," and I'm like, "Oh, like what you seen a tornado?" And he was like, "I live in Oklahoma City. This is Tornado Alley." He said, "We get tornadoes all the time."
Yeah.
He said that
Yes,
in
it
that
does.
city they get like almost a tornado a week. I was like, "What?
Really?
A tornado a
Like
week?
year
That's
round?
insane."
That's
Yes,
nuts.
I'm like, "Are you
I would
kidding?"
not want to.
I don't
That's
even know.
crazy.
I would not live there either.
I mean, there's tornadoes. They
I
get
would not
tornadoes
live
all
there
over the
either.
place now. I mean, Dallas, places, they're all over it. It seems like even, dude, there's tornadoes that come here in Southern California. Freak stuff, really crazy weather, freaky. Like something will touch down, like I don't know, like outside LA, like in Riverside or something. And I know there was something like,
Uh-huh.
I mean, it just, I don't know. The whole weather patterns have been changing a lot, right? So, but yeah, I can never, I don't know, man. I mean, The thing that where I live, I feel we get a lot of little earthquakes. They're not much, but you get used to it. I
Uh-huh.
grew up here my whole life, so I'm totally used to it. But the one thing with an earthquake is
Yeah.
it's scary when it happens, but you just don't know when it happens. You see a tornado coming or you see it develop. It's like, oh crap. And
Yeah, see,
it
that's
jumps
I
around
can't
and
really get with that.
oh no, dude. You got to have like
So I
shelters
just
and
asked
everything else.
ChatGPT, of course, and it
Mm,
said Oklahoma City averaged about 5 tornadoes per year. Through this number can vary significantly from year to year. It said here's a breakdown.
yeah.
Statewide, Oklahoma sees around 60 to 70 tornadoes annually. That's insane. That's an insane amount of
Yes.
tornadoes.
Yes, and I would
It's like
think being
one of
the city would get less, I would think, just because the buildings and maybe the wind, like you wouldn't think it would touch the
them.
city too much, but five is crazy alone.
Yeah,
Man, that's
nuts. Some people say they couldn't. Some people can't do tornadoes. Some people can't do hurricanes. Like we get hurricanes
hurricane. Yeah,
here, but
exactly. I know you
yeah,
do.
we could get a hurricane. We're like right off the coast, but weirdly enough, we're positioned in a very weird place where most of the hurricanes, by the time it gets to us, because of the way the winds flow and like the water goes, it either ends up going to the
Mm,
left or to the right, like most of the time. So it misses us quite
yeah, I
often.
know. Yeah, Cancun doesn't get hit. Like Cozumel doesn't get hit much either. Maybe you guys are protected part of it, Cozumel and stuff. I don't know, but
Yeah,
yeah,
they're
you don't
like
hear too
that's like
many
right
that
here.
hit directly on you guys. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm.
I mean, like
It's a
Jamaica will
weird
get hit,
thing.
but
It
it
kind
seems
of
like you're
like
right. It turns up. It'll turn north, right? It'll go more
yep,
into the Gulf of Mexico versus come through the
yep,
Yucatan. You're right. It doesn't do much. But, Cabo's had some crazy stuff too. The last few years, they've had some
yeah,
direct hits from like some
yep,
typhoons or whatever coming up from like Acapulco. They'll come all the way up because of the weather current and the water. Everything's changing a little.
yep.
Yeah.
They doing all this crazy stuff and trying to make rain and cloud seeding, and it's just insane, insane. I seen some
Do
crazy
you buy that?
videos.
Do you
Like,
do you, do you buy that's what they were saying? What happened in Texas with that flash flood? That one company that was doing the rain seeding? Did you hear about that?
hmm
They're like trying to get this
yeah, and
guy
I
like
seen how fast the
bankrupt or
water went
whatever.
up.
Oh, that
hmm
was I saw that. I saw that like 45 minutes. It went over that whole bridge, that big, and the house that came down
Yeah,
and smashed into it. Oh my lord,
yeah, just scary, just absolutely
totally
scary,
scary.
to say the least.
All right, I just
I
got in
can't.
short. I'm getting in short. I'm not getting long because I've been watching this. Uh, just
Okay, okay. You can go ahead and show your
scalping
screen. We'll
over
check
here.
yours out. Oh, let me
Yeah, we can switch
update
over.
mine. I didn't even mention. Let me see here. 0.37.
Yeah, I gotta do.
Okay,
I don't
cool.
have any position yet, but now I do. Now I do.
Cash short.
Cool. I'm glad I got short. It's moving a little bit.
Yeah, let's see what we can get. Yeah, so for me,
Yeah. Okay.
also, I
So
will move my stop loss to break even once they get to a certain point.
I do that too. I do that too. Yeah. Yeah. I just entered right. Where's my little point? My little pointer went away. My little pointer. There we go. Yeah, I entered right here. So at 63.41 a quarter. And I typically will move my stop like I mean I like to enter with brackets, so I'll do like a 5 point stop. I want to give my trades a little room to develop, so I'm pretty liberal with my
hmm
stops, unless I'm at an area where I just it's either got to break my way or not, and I'll be really tight, and I'm happy to get stopped out. But in this case, because
Right.
of where here we go, where you see kind of I keep doing it keeps dragging. Hang on a sec. I'm trying to just get all the bars that show since the open. There we go. Oh, come on. There we go. So This is just our top of a range right now. And we came down here. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not. This is our open. Nah, Mike, no, that's why point of control is going to change. Okay. Come on, why can't I grab that? Just doing this to me. Behave. Okay. All right. Yeah. So this
There
is
you
our
go.
high of the session, right? Yeah, I know. And this is the point of control. So it's been just, as you can see, this consolidation has just been hovering here for most of the time we've been on. And I was looking at this, and typically, if it comes to this low volume, this dark area where there's not much traded, if it comes down here, usually I
Uh-huh.
want to go long and capture that rotation to the top side. If it breaks further, that's awesome. But I'm usually just kind of a rotational trader, and I'll take that 4 points, 4 or 5 points. That's fine because I've got two contracts on, so I can make $500 or so on that move. But it sat here for so long, and see, I might get burned here. It may finally go against me, but it looked like it was falling down to some energy, so I took a short. And I'll move.
Gotcha.
I'll also trail. I'll trail this down. Like I'll go to break even, and I just arbitrarily put a take profit just right here. It's like 5 points away. Usually I have like a 10 point take profit, but we don't have much range here right now. It's early, and we've only had 29 to 30. We got like a 15 point range so far in
Right.
a little over 4 hours. So it's not, it's just doing its normal Sunday thing. Uh, but believe it or not, like it's so unpredictable. Something could come out, or and I'm looking at the news. There's no real reports that are going to come out right now. China hasn't said anything yet, so
Yeah.
something can move this thing down, right? And then it could get a good move, and all of a sudden I'm like, cool, just happen to be in the market at that time. But I do want to
Right.
put a trade on just because we got to do something here. We can't just sit all day. I know it's
Gotta put
quiet
something
market, but
on.
yeah, for sure.
No, I'm glad that at least something's set up because, like, typically Sundays, I'm not in many trades at all. Like I said,
No,
if
I'm
it
not
was, I
either.
got 5 setups. If it was any
Mm.
other setup, I might not
Hmm.
take this. I might not. I might have taken it. It's this one specifically.
Yeah. And I could tell how you reacted when you're like, oh, and you're like, oh, I really got to get in on this. So it
Yeah,
was definitely
I
working
need
in your
this.
favor.
This is me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is when you can shoot a basketball really good and you're wide open. Like, there's no way I'm not going to take this shot.
Exactly. Exactly. Exactly, man. No, that's cool. Yeah. So, I
I
mean,
love it.
this is slow though. I mean, I'm sitting here just watching this. It's going against me a half a point. All it's moved was a half a point. I mean, okay, come on, let's go down. Let's do something. We got to show Michael
Give
what we
us
could do.
something. uh,
I don't know if anyone else is watching. I'm sure there are. There's just no other comments in the chat. But if you're watching, guys, let us know who's out there. Where are you from? Where are you watching us from? That'd be cool. I like to see if we have other viewers in various parts of the world.
yeah,
Yeah, my
yeah.
my uh,
Let
my
us know
youngest
if you guys want us
sister.
to look at anything too.
Yeah, my youngest sister got married in like Playa del Carmen. Actually, probably right where you are. Forget the name of the place, but it's
Yeah,
been
Playa is
about
like 20
maybe.
minutes from me.
Yeah, but it was north of that. It was like probably right where you are because we weren't. I don't think we went down as far as that's at, but it was like 12 years ago, and it was a nice, really nice place. But I don't know if it's maybe the name changed now and stuff. But beautiful. I mean, I love it.
So
I love
maybe,
it,
maybe
man.
not. So you got Cancun at the top, and
Yep.
then 20
Yep.
minutes south of Cancun, you have me where I am. It's a city called Puerto Morelos, and then 20 minutes
Oh
south of
yeah.
that is Playa del Carmen.
Playa. Yeah. Okay. So, but I think it was.
Yeah.
I mean, it was. it was all the resort stuff, but and it was off the main drag where you had to come in. But I don't think there was a little town
Mm-hmm.
around us. I think we were still kind of on the outskirts.
Mm.
But yeah, no,
Yeah,
I
it's nice
love
here. We
like
got all the cities. We got Cancun. We got here Puerto Morelos. We got Playa. We
yeah,
got Isla Mujeres.
yeah,
We got Cozumel.
yeah,
We got Tulum.
yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's a nice. This is a nice
I've
part of
never been.
Mexico
I
to
never
be
went
in.
down
You can
as
do a
far
lot.
as. I never made it as far south as Tulum, and I never made it to Merida. I'd like to go to Merida. They say Merida is very like kind of high tech city in a way. They say I've
Yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah,
what I don't know, right? Like
yeah.
it's kind of
I've
more
actually
modern.
never. I've never been there. A
Okay.
lot of my friends go. One of my best friends down here, he went. Him and his girl and the kids went. I think 2 weeks ago. It's like a 3 hour drive
Mm,
from here.
yeah.
They went
Right.
out there to go to one of the nicer beaches because they don't have the beach is like far away because the beach is right here. Like literally, it's not far away at all for
Yeah.
us.
Yeah. You're right on the
But if you
beach.
go to
Yeah. Yeah.
Merida,
You're
it's
on the.
like 30 minutes away or something.
Yeah. They're inland a little, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
This thing is going away from me. This is coming right up to point of control. We'll see. Maybe it'll bounce off. But I'm playing. I mean, it is hard for me to trade in this environment because I need a little more activity. I need some participants to really kind of. I gauge a lot based on
Step in.
you know yeah, and just kind of the velocity behind it. But there's a little wall here. I mean, if you subscribe to market profile, and it's market profiles is difficult at this in this environment because we don't have a whole lot. But you look here and it's everything's sitting on the top, but it's kind of got this funky little nodes. We opened up here, we came up, so it's we need more volume. We just need more volume. This is just a lightly traded
Yeah,
session uh,
for sure.
for me. That's really just the hang up I have right now. But we'll see. I mean, heck. Wait, I gotta get this again.
No, same here. I won't be surprised if this is trade being held over to London. Like I said, we'd really
No,
like
I
to get a
wouldn't
second
either.
position on here.
Yeah, I do add to positions. I scale in and I scale out. Like if it's an active market, I'm pretty aggressive.
Yeah, I like to split my positions up, kind of put up the risk. Because sometimes you can get a nice pullback, and on that second position, instead of making
Mm-hmm.
like a half a
Mm-hmm.
percent or 1% like
Mm-hmm.
you initially would have done on your first position, it's so deep
Absolutely.
that you end up with a nice, nice running trade. So I love to split my positions up.
So Jazzy, he's correct. He says no, it was not. He's from Texas. Flood area. They did not have a national warning. Yes, that's what I understand, Jazzy. There is a flood zone. Yeah, but I thought there was. I thought I saw on the news here they were talking about some company that was doing some rain. What do they call it, Michael? You were calling it where they put the drones up in the
Cloud seeding,
to kind of yeah
cloud
cloud
seeding.
seeding. Yeah, that they're kind of trying to blame it on this. He seemed like a pretty young guy that owned this company. They were doing that apparently like a day or two before uh, all the heavy rains came. But no, I do get it. It's a flood zone, but yeah, it's just unfortunate, terrible. The amount of water was ridiculous. I've never seen anything like that.
Yeah, yeah, me neither, except
On
on the
those
movies.
giant trees, those big giant trees are like getting ripped up in 15 minutes of just having the water move by
Yeah,
them. It's wild.
yeah, scary
Yeah.
stuff to say
So I
the
mean,
least.
for sure, for sure, for sure. Yeah. So this is where I'm at. Not much to talk about at the moment. Let's see. Get little.
Yeah, we'll see what else
What
we
time are
got.
we at?
So I can
Let's
actually go
see.
through some charts and kind of like
Yeah,
show.
you could
This is typically what I
take
do.
it away. Take it
Um,
away. Yeah, let's switch over to Michael's
okay, and
screen if you don't mind.
I'll just kind of go over show some like why I would or wouldn't be interested in. Oops, I want to share that.
Yeah,
Why I
I hear
would
you.
or wouldn't be
Sure.
interested in something. So Let's kind of see here. So cool. I'll just start at the top. This is literally what I do every day. So I'll kind of go through it this way. So for me,
Yeah,
and
by all
again, just
means.
kind of add that context once again. When I'm going through these pairs like this, I'm really, once again, trying to identify what level I'm in. That's like my first overarching question to myself, and to really even know, like, is this something, or is this, do I just need to just go to the next pair, right? I'm
Right,
again
right.
staying away from these two levels. I don't like this peak low thing, and I don't like the peak high, like we talked about,
Mm,
because this
mm-hmm.
thing chopped for forever, and you're just sitting there getting closing your trade, jumping in, closing the trade, jumping in.
Yep, yep,
So
yep.
this, these are not where I want to be. I literally only want to find myself in these two levels, right? And what identifies these two levels, once again, is the first one would be that 1350 cross. So I'm in level one. And then the second one, once again, would be the 5200 cross. And these are the
Mm-hmm.
only two things that I'm really looking at when I'm going through the charts. So right away, I just want to see not in peak high. And clearly this is peak high. Right? So I can see in one minute that I'm not interested in this at all.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah,
Like not at all. So this would just be a
yeah.
pass. I would literally just go hit my down key next one. Same
Sure.
exact things, right? Like this is peak high. Right? Like we got some
Yeah. So
funniness.
within 10 seconds or so, you could just go through each one of these and just kind of roll through your list, and not,
This doesn't
or
take it doesn't
whatever. I
take
mean,
me
you
long to
kind of
do at
know
all.
it. I wouldn't
Yeah.
think. That's good.
Right, I can easily see this as well. This is peak high. This is a pass.
Mm,
Right? I just hit the down key, go to the next one. Same exact thing. I can easily tell that this is peak high. We're all the way up here. Right?
mm-hmm.
Which we
Mm-hmm.
already know that anyway, but the charts is showing us this. Like this is that peak high, that level three. I'm not interested in that at all. Not one bit.
Yeah, yeah.
I literally haven't taken peak trades, I want to say, man, since like 2021. That's
That's
how long
awesome.
ago. And I was
But that's
losing
good. That's
at that
discipline.
point. So
I was going to say that's discipline, man. That's good.
yeah. Because before I was taking peaks, and that's when I noticed I'm like, man, this happens like a lot. Took me a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm one of those guys. I don't know if I
Mm-hmm.
mentioned it to you, but I hear some people they're like, I'm like, oh, how long you been trading? Oh, how long it take you to get good? Like, oh, I figured it out in 3 years, 4 years, 2 years, year and a half. I was slow to get to it. It literally took me over 10 years to finally figure this stuff out. Like, I mean,
Took me
eight
a long
years
time
I'm
too.
losing, 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 losing,
I was
losing,
about
losing,
that. I
losing.
was about 8 years. I was about 8 years because I started back in the late '90s, and there wasn't even they didn't have all this stuff, and I
Right.
just knew I wanted to make money. I was attracted to trading, but I didn't have any mentors or people around me. Certainly on the West Coast in California. I mean, I wasn't in New York. I wasn't in Chicago. The only people I knew that were doing anything like this were like portfolio managers or something, which is that's
Right.
just that's not they aren't trading. So I really, man, I was working though full time doing this. I was working, regular career, but I was dabbling on the side, and I would
Mhm.
sometimes trade before I would go into the office, or I would, move stuff around on a weekend, and I was just messing with like my 401k and other things. And then I started opening an
Right.
account, and started buying stocks and doing equities, and I did the penny stocks, but I was just looking for like a way. I didn't know what I was looking for because I didn't know what I didn't know. It's hard to
Yeah.
describe. And then I remember one point
I know what you
I
mean.
wanted to quit several times, but the one thing I remember, I wanted to just have some proof that there's some people that are actually making money like day trading. Like I just wanted confirmation that I'm not just like being lied to or something, right? Like I really just want to know if it could be
Right.
done. And then I found some guys the early days of YouTube, and I was like, oh, and what they were doing was totally different than all the books I read and all the stuff. And it was more of just figure out what you do, what works well with you, and trade what works well with you, and don't worry about all this other
Hmm.
crap. And I started letting go of all
Right.
this other stuff I had, and then I started working on finding just one consistent setup, one little edge, and then I'm like, wow, I had a like I didn't lose money this week, like shocker, like, and then the next week I was like seeing it better, but it took me a long time, man. And then just trying to unlearn the bad habits that I
Yeah.
made for like the first 5 years,
Mhm.
it was it was people. I don't
It's
know. I
tough.
mean, I know there's people that could get it early now, but back then I was a lone wolf. I mean, literally, I knew nobody that was doing it. I mean, I had, the internet speeds were weak. It was DSL. There was no data direct from Chicago. There was none of this. I wasn't even doing futures back then, even because I didn't even start really
Right.
thinking about futures till like 2012, 2013. So it took me a long time. And everyone that says oh, I got it right away. I'm 2 years and I'm a millionaire already. It's like, you're full of crap, dude.
Right.
Don't even listen to those
Right.
people. Come on.
Yeah,
Sorry.
some of those are like, lucky you then. If that happened, lucky you. That did not
I'm not
work
saying
out
it
like
can't
that
be
for me.
done, right? I'm not saying it can't be done. Like you get in a
Yeah,
lucky, like you buy Nvidia at the right time and you just happen to hold it or whatever. You made some money,
that doesn't
but
even count to
you're not
me.
like,
That doesn't even count.
no. That's just buying and holding. Yeah, I mean, I want to see someone. If you're
Yeah,
trading, show me what you're doing. You got to be,
yeah. That's like somebody buying Bitcoin, at 15,000. They're like,
exactly,
it's like,
exactly right.
that's
Oh
not trading. That's not really trading. It's not the
no,
same
yeah, you
thing.
just got lucky and you just held it. You're stubborn to hold it or you're stupid not to sell it, and you just got lucky. I
Right.
mean,
Like one of the two
yeah.
happened, but
So,
yeah, it took me so long, and I remember like after like that, I say like seventh and a half, maybe 8 years. Like, all right, now I'm finally like, not losing my money as much, or I'm like not going crazy. It was like, all right, I'm starting to break even. I think I had my first
hmm
break even year, and it's like, all right, I'm definitely onto something at this point.
that's right.
Just now I
That's
just
when
need
you
to
know
refine these
you're
last
making
little.
the turn.
Mm,
You know,
yep, yep. And
were
then
you always doing
once the
forex?
journaling kind of came up. No. So
So,
initially, funniest stuff, I'll tell you a quick story, right? So, when I lived in Fort Lauderdale at this point, I had some friends, and they were always trying to tell me to come to the Starbucks with them. It was like we at the
mhm.
Starbucks all day and we just be trading. I'm like, that sounds boring. Like I don't even like Starbucks like that. He's like, no, you should come up there. You gotta meet my boy Caesar. I'm like, oh, okay. And like I just kept
Yeah,
on kind of brushing him off. And then one of the days where I'm going somewhere and I see him, he comes out the Starbucks and he's like, Mike, he's like, you came up here for he's like, you came up here. I'm like, no, I was actually going to da da. But it was a Lamborghini outside, a yellow Lamborghini. And I'm like, oh, this is a nice car or whatever. He's like, that's Caesar's car. I'm like, your boy Caesar? He's like,
you're
yeah,
like, no
I'm
way.
telling you, this Caesar's car. I'm like,
Oh,
what in the world? I'm like, he's like, come in here. I'm like, all right, all right. So I go in and they got the portable screens up in Starbucks and everything. And
that's
he's like,
funny.
and I got hooked this day. I'm telling you, Daryl, because this dude
I
Caesar
bet.
in my face in Starbucks made $2,375 right in my face in a Starbucks, and I'm like, what just happened? What did I just see? Because for me, right,
Yeah,
the it went down, and he's all happy. He's
yeah,
like, "What's
right.
the price? What's the price?" I see him on the
Yeah,
phone.
yeah.
He's in
You're
his
thinking he's
Lamborghini. I'm
losing.
like, "This dude clearly knows something."
Yeah,
Yeah, and
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, "How did he make money on this?" And then he told me, he said, "Mike, you can make money when it goes down too." And I said,
Yes, you can.
"Oh." He laughed at me. He thought it was so funny. He laughed at me. He was like, I said, he's like, I've been telling you to come to the house. I said, I will be there in the morning.
So
Right?
was
I will
this
be
the
there in the
market
morning.
maker? Is this the market maker guy you're
Mm-mm.
describing, or just
Mm-mm. So they were
okay,
trading stocks. No, no. So they were trading
okay,
stocks, and I'm coming to his house. I'm literally riding a 49cc scooter from I don't know how if you would catch this, but It's a small scooter I'm riding, and I'm literally going
Yeah.
from A1A, which is the beach side, all the way to University, which is all the way west. So like, this is a cool 35-minute ride on the scooter. Luckily, I can put
Oh
$7 in
man.
this thing and fill the tank up. So gas really wasn't a thing, right? But
Right.
I'm
Right.
going over there every day, and slowly but surely, I'm getting more and more addicted. Right? It was a big
Yeah.
house. His wife would make breakfast, so we eating good over there. We talking,
Yeah. No.
having fun, and I'm just learning. I'm
Yeah.
just
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. That's cool
so
though,
it
because
was pretty
I
fun.
wish I had that. I wish I had someone that would show me that they could actually do it, or that they can make money. But it just took me, it was such a struggle, man. But then I knew I could see the market a
Yeah.
certain way. I just had to have the courage to just like get rid of all the junk and start fresh. And I think for me,
Right.
because I would do the same thing like you with the pairs. I mean, I would go through all the stocks and I was looking for patterns. I
Mm.
tried everything, every friggin' indicator under the sun, right? As I was looking for, I wouldn't say I was looking for the holy grail. I was just looking for some consistency and make some money so I could show my wife or anybody else, like, hey, I can
Right.
actually do this. Give me a chance to try to make money in this thing. And
Right.
I started saying, to myself, I said, with futures, it was interesting because with futures, it wasn't like I was always bearish, but I with stocks, it was
Uh,
funny. I always wanted to find stocks I could short. And then of course you'd come into where situations where there was low float, you didn't have enough shares to short, you had pattern day trade rules, you couldn't get out of stuff once they got in. And
right.
with
Right.
futures, you can go either way and you have no problem getting out. It's highly liquid, it's tons of,
Right.
they're just, especially with an index, you're never going to be lacking for anyone to take the opposite side for you. So I was like, I think this futures thing is really probably the asset class I need to work on. And then I said to myself, I think I should just study one thing and really get it down instead of just jumping all over the place. And I just spent like literally, I'm not kidding you, I spent like 3 weeks. It felt like an eternity. I didn't day trade, I didn't sim trade, I didn't paper trade, I didn't do I just sat there and watched the ES. And actually, I had both core. I had NQ and ES together. I was on different screens. I was watching them both, looking for patterns, looking for stuff, and I was like, I think I can. This makes sense to me. It's easier for me to see it. That's where I started to make a vast improvement. And I started
Gotcha.
finding people on YouTube because that would be like, whatever, successful ES day traders or people, and I would watch some of their stuff. Some of these guys would actually give like a little 30, like they wouldn't live stream necessarily, but they would. A couple of
Mhm.
guys were good about doing like a 30-minute little like in the morning, start off your day, little coffee talk sort
Right.
of thing, right? Of what happened in the overnight or what happened yesterday, how they see the market today. That was so helpful to me.
Right.
That was just listening to them and how they spoke
Nah.
about it. I was like, oh my God.
Right.
So, but it
So
was
I'm onto
really hard
something.
for me because I felt like I had to do so much on my own, like literally, like I wasted probably 8, 10 years where I could have had more money, and I wasted all this time. But I look back and I'm happy where I'm at now.
Right.
But it's not quick. People need to understand it's just like anything else. I mean, uh,
No, for sure. I tell people all the time, like, if you don't, you shouldn't even start it. To be totally honest, like, and I'm not into telling people what they shouldn't do, but like, if you take on this
right?
beast and you get addicted, it'll change your life, and it may not be for the better
Absolutely.
if you can't figure
I
this
know
out.
that's if you can't control your emotions, also like
Yep.
like because if you got a gambling problem or something where you just want to like, I think that's a lot of what we see on social media. These kids just getting in and they're like, oh man. And it's just like, it's
Hmm.
not a slot machine, dude. It's just like, they don't get it. But
It's
yeah, you
not
could
what
do a
you
lot
think
of
it is.
damage. No doubt. No doubt you could do a lot of damage for
For
sure.
sure. For sure. So yeah, just to kind of finish off, so that, and then a little bit after that, of course, the lose the money. Come to find out, Caesar didn't even that wasn't even his car. That was like his dad's car or something like that. And yeah, and he worked at a pool store, like selling pools,
Hey,
like in ground pools and everything. So I'm like,
But was he
oh, so
trade?
he
Like,
just
was
had
he?
a lucky.
Oh, he had a lucky
He
day
had
that
a
you saw
lucky
him
day
with.
that day.
Oh my
Yes,
God.
because now that I'm showing up every day, I'm like, oh, I didn't expect him to be losing this much. You know what I mean?
Oh, the
you
true
know,
colors come out. Oh my
the
Lord.
truth comes
Oh
out
my
at this
God.
point, right? So, but now I'm
So why
hooked
did they
because
want
now
you?
I can
Why did they
see.
want
I
you to
see the
go hang
possibility.
out with them? But yeah,
Because I'm, I
I
mean,
know. But like,
I
why were
like to
they
think I'm
trying
a
to tell
pretty
you come
smart
hang out
guy.
at Starbucks with
He,
us?
so the dude who initially told me, his name's Andre. Me and him are super cool. Like he always just took me, like, come hang out. This is what I be doing in the morning. I'll be trading with Caesar. Like you should
Okay.
come hang out. Like
So
you
he
can
was
probably
trading
like
as
work with us
well.
and make some money. Yeah,
I
he
see.
was.
Okay. Okay.
But obviously, so all of that
How
happens. Fast
funny.
forward, we're not trading in stocks anymore. Another guy comes around. He's talking about options, and we trade options for a
Right.
little bit. That didn't work out. Then I finally found binary options. Of course, that's how
Yeah.
I actually found
Yep.
currency pairs. That didn't really work out.
Yeah.
And then finally, I
Yeah.
found Forex. And I'm like, oh, this seems interesting. Had a handful of mentors. All of them sucked for the most part, trying to teach me
Right.
different stuff, whatever, whatever.
Right.
And then I just
Sure.
remember one day I had a horrible day in the market. So my mentor's name is Steve Morrow. He's pretty popular actually. He
Okay.
created the beat the market maker thing or whatever. So
Okay.
him and then his protege is Car Chen. I'm actually very cool with both of them. So like I'm like their protege.
Okay.
I'm the protege of the protege basically.
Gotcha.
And
Yeah. Yeah.
I've
That's
met
cool.
them. They in New Jersey, New York. I've met them several times. We hang out when I go up there. And they taught me everything I know to kind of get me in the right path as far as looking at the market the way I see it now. And obviously, I just kind of added my own style and everything to it from there. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Right.
now I'm here. I stuck here. I like it. And again, I can trade any market. I'm just using the same pattern more than anything. So
Yes.
I'm looking
I
for the
think
same stuff.
once we've all kind of gotten to that point where we have a control of our psychology and we can trade, once you
Hmm.
found some success, I think it's easier to switch over to other things because you don't get
You
surprised
know,
about what may happen because you recognize it, right? It's just getting to this point that's
exactly.
tough.
It is.
Yeah, dude,
I tell people all
that's
the time.
crazy.
I
The
say the
dude was
learning
driving
curve
his
is
dad's
so steep.
Lamborghini.
Yep,
Sorry,
yep, yep. And this is
I know
South
the delay.
Florida.
The delay
South
makes
Florida.
it
Everyone has
everyone.
some
Yeah,
exotic car.
yeah,
So
yeah. Same with out here. It's the same damn thing out here, man. I know. It's that's so funny. Oh my god, that is so
yeah,
funny. But
yeah, yeah. So that's how
in a
I found it.
way, yeah. And I think maybe if you didn't go to that, whether or not you were going to Starbucks, would you say you were going to another store in like that mall, a strip mall or something? But if you hadn't
Yep,
walked in and
yep.
seen him make the 2,300, it may not have sparked that initial,
It
motivation or
wouldn't have.
excitement within you to say, I want to go and learn more about it, right? So in a way, it was kind of
Yes,
cool that it
it wouldn't
happened.
have. I'm grateful it did.
Yeah,
I tell him to this day when I
yeah, I
speak to him because
bet.
he still lives in Florida. So when I message him, sometime I say, "You're the one who got me hooked on this market. Like I thank you so much." I'm saying it jokingly, but it's like
Yeah, I know.
introducing someone to morphine. Like, dude, you're hooked. You're hooked.
Is Does he still trade? Like, does he still,
No, he doesn't.
is he,
He doesn't.
yeah, yeah. He tried it for a while and he probably lost a bunch and gave
Yep.
up.
Yep. He like I just can't even take it
Yeah,
anymore. Just can't take it. Which I understand. Right? Like
I
this.
do too, man. It's like opening up a wound every time.
Hmm.
Yeah,
So,
man.
but yeah, just I know we only got like 30 minutes left. I did want to kind of go through these just to kind of again
Yeah,
go through a
go
little bit
ahead.
of what I'm actually looking at. So this too is like I can easily see this is level 3. This is like a peak. And typically you can tell this easily because the 50 and the 200 are kind of like spread out a little bit, right? Like it's
Yeah,
just been riding
yeah,
up. So I'll leave this
yeah.
alone too. right?
Yep. Yep.
Then we
Makes
get over
sense.
here. Now we're getting to something, right? Because as I mentioned, I marked this up earlier today, but as soon as I come in here and I see this 5200 cross, I automatically know that I'm looking for a pattern off the 200 going long.
Yeah.
That's really it.
Yeah.
So this is why this is on the board for me, right? Silver's not too much. We had this 5200 cross back here. And then after that, we had this funky move off the 200. This would have been the move, right? Now we're kind of back at the pulling off slightly from the peak. I won't be interested in this at all, like not one bit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Crude oil is interesting, a little bit different because we got this fresh 5200 cross here. Possibly we can get some type of move. Mind you, that I'm looking for this after the 5200 cross. You're looking for the M off the 200. So maybe something like this,
Yeah.
and then
Yep.
it'll drop down. Right,
Yep.
I'll be looking for something more like that. Right, I want my close below this 800 EMA so that it doesn't bounce off of it. And then I would target. Typically, I target this 80R low, which is like orange dotted line here. So the
Okay.
80R low, then the
Yeah.
80R
Yeah.
high.
Yeah.
I just target one of those. And then as long as my risk to reward is at least one, I like it to be like 1.5. But as long as it's at least one, I will put something on it. So not too bad on this one. I don't really like to trade crude oil though because it's a little funky,
I
but
don't
I
trade
will
it.
if it sets up.
I don't trade it at all. Yeah. I mean, it's
Right.
slower than the ES by far, and but then when it moves, it'll really freaking, barring the news, of course, but it's
Yep.
not something I like to do.
Yeah.
I just, I know
And
some people,
yeah,
that's all they
as soon
do.
as you get to hearing the talks about the oil and everything and like prices, it just gets a little crazy sometimes. So I tend to stay away
Sure.
from it.
Yeah.
Um, Bitcoin specifically, I actually only buy Bitcoin. So even if I saw a short opportunity, I wouldn't take it
Mm-hmm.
because just from
Mm-hmm.
the fundamental and the sentiment
Mm-hmm.
type of stance, everyone
Mm-hmm.
buying the dip, just trying to buy Bitcoin. So I don't want
Yeah.
to get short
Yeah.
squeezed in essence. So even if
That's
it
probably a
sets
smart
up, I
move.
wouldn't take it short.
Yeah. That's probably a smart move, actually. I can see the logic in that.
Yeah. So I wouldn't touch this at all. This would
Especially
need to
after last
do
week.
like yeah. This would need to, and then I don't like to buy it when it's so high like this already. Like we would need some.
Yeah.
Let's get some down. Like come down here a little bit.
Maybe get down
Come
closer to 100
down.
grand again or something, or
give
I mean,
me
it
give me
could,
some type of.
it, yeah,
So I would just leave that one alone. Again, a peso, I don't actively look at this, but I don't trade it. I just look at it. But funny enough, I do see sometimes that you can actually, right? Like this is a nice 5200 cross. The next move you'll be looking
mm-hmm,
for is this W off the 200. This could easily make
mm-hmm,
some. Why is it doing that? This could easily make some move like this to the upside. If
right,
this would be a nice move actually if that was to happen. Right, stops go below this swing point. And again, I would target this ADR high. Risking $1 to make $1.75. Not bad at all.
yeah, yeah, no,
Right.
absolutely,
Um,
yeah.
and
You
then
could
we
be
get to
successful
these.
doing a 1-to-1. A lot of my trades are less than 1-to-1 because of how I trail, or if I'm sizing in, I've got enough positions on where if it doesn't even move a full 1R, and I need to get out, I'm
Hmm.
getting out, because to me it's just, I want to make the money, make the move, and I can always get back in. And usually once my bias is
Exactly.
confirmed, if I get taken out, there's an opportunity to get back in again, like you were just describing. So, because I trade so often, so I'm
Hmm.
always just looking for that. It's just not like, oh, I missed my trade for the whole day. No, not me. I'll
Nah.
wait again and I'll get back
If
in.
anything, I would drill down to the lower time frame and wait for like a nice
Mm-hmm.
area of interest and get back in
Mm-hmm.
once the reward makes
Mm-hmm.
sense.
Mm-hmm.
Same exact
Yeah.
thing. So
Yeah.
here we got the 200 cross as well on Euro USD. So this actually I got a good example of this for last week actually. So funny enough, Euro USD is actually making the same exact pattern nearly as Euro CAD, right? So the only
Mm.
thing about this
Mm.
is, if you remember, I said I don't like it when it touches the 200. So after we got this 5200
Yeah. Yeah.
cross, right? So we say we got
Yeah.
this. It went down here and touched this. This is I don't like this
Yep.
now. So I'm not trading
Right.
Euro USD to the short side on this move. What will need to happen is, as
Okay.
I said on the last one, I want to see this 50 and then 200 cross, right? And then I'll see price come down and give me an M off this 200 and go short. I'll take that move, right?
Okay.
But I wouldn't take the one right here because this is the level one move. The level one move is done now. I'm looking for that level two move at this point,
What if it goes
right? So
long after that? What if it comes down and goes,
I wouldn't touch it.
instead of right, you won't touch it because you're looking for a short at that point
Mm-mm.
based on the
Yep,
50 at the top.
exactly. This coming off of
Okay.
this structure. This, oh, whoops.
Yeah.
This
Right. I
is,
see what you're saying.
what did I just do?
So you're not looking to go. Yeah. Okay. Okay. That makes sense.
I don't know what just happened here.
You're on the monthly. Oh yeah. I don't know. Something changed.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, what in the world was that? All right. Anyway, this is the. So if we look at this, how I just pointed that out on the 4 hour chart,
Mm-hmm.
right? This looks just like, the only is there's no 200. So just look at this. All right, we got this 1350 cross here, and then we got this M structure here that runs down and touches the 200 to do this and then come down, right? So
Mm-hmm.
mental snapshot of this, and then if we
Yeah.
go to EuroCAD, this is the same exact thing. Do you see that? Except it
Yeah.
didn't touch the
You
200.
just waited for it to turn down. Yeah. I see it for sure.
Yeah. Right? Same exact thing. So it
Yeah.
didn't touch the 200 here. Boom. That's the move right there.
Yeah.
Right? So
Yeah.
it looks
That's why when
looks
you saw it
very,
earlier, you're
very,
like, oh, this is
very.
setting up. Yeah.
Yeah, I have so many flashcards it makes no sense. Like I'll mark up charts and just put them in like phone like a in my photo album, like on my phone and my iPad.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
literally
Yeah.
have again 5 different, and I have about 100 of each different setup. So when I see it, I know exactly what it looks like. I have a
Yeah.
boat. There's so
I
many
bet you
markups.
do.
It's ridiculous, right? And it
That's
just
awesome
like
though.
see it like when my mentors, that's what they did. Like part of
Mm.
the traders who got better, like you got to mark up charts, like mark them up, put them in, make
Yeah.
flashcards. I would
Yeah.
literally like listen to trading interviews and just go through
Mm-hmm.
my flashcards on my iPad. Like,
Mm-hmm.
just go through all of them, go through all of them, go
Get
through
it
all of them. So I'm just
all
listening to interviews,
subliminally in
going
your
through
head.
charts. Yep, I can see it in my sleep. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I've seen it so many
Yeah.
times. So I've seen it so many times in hindsight that when it happens on the hard right, like in real time, like Euro DCAD is, right? I can
Mm-hmm.
see this
Mm-hmm.
easily. Like easily, I can see this. All right.
That's why I tell people also when they're, whether they're really new at this or they're just been at it and they're developing, they're trying to get more consistent. I tell them, you got to spend the screen time. There's no way around it. It's just like learning anything, right?
Nope.
Like, how do you fly a plane? You got to have so many hours in the air practicing over and over again, learning any other thing, any other skill. You got to spend the time.
Yep.
So these guys that just want to kind of get in or get on their mobile phone and do some easy thing, they're not trading. They might as well just go down to the casino and just
No.
do the same thing.
No.
It's if you want to make this into your craft and you want to get make a business out of it and have something that you can do for the rest of your life. Because I look at this, not only is it, I'm benefiting from all of this now, and I can, the freedom and everything it gives you, but I look at it as I could do this until I'm 90 if I want to. If I want to go live somewhere later on,
Right.
and I just want to trade a couple days a week, or whatever, to make some money, like it keeps your mind sharp. And because all these older
Yeah.
people, they retire and then they sit around, they're getting Alzheimer's, getting dementia, they're getting all these issues. But if they were to do stuff that kept their mind active, that I think has a lot to do with
Yeah.
some of those, diseases, right? And I just like the fact that, how long are we all going to live? We're living longer and longer. It's going to cost us a fortune. Maybe not so much for you in Mexico, but it'll cost us a fortune in medical, healthcare, everything. And it's nice to be able to just like, hey, I want to make some money. I'm not going to go work at
Yeah.
a fast food place when I'm 75, but if I want to crack open sit at my
Right.
desk and trade for an hour or two a day and have, that'd be awesome. I look at that as that's like, you can work till you're dead if you want. Why not? It's not work, really. I don't see
In
it as
my
work.
personal opinion,
I
it's
see it
the
as
best
fun.
skill set to ever develop. Like nothing beats this.
Agree. I
Nothing beats
agree.
this
Totally.
skill set. Yeah.
Totally. A robot's not going to take it from you. I mean, even all the algos and all the quants and everything in the market, you could still find an edge. Being a human and being discretionary, you could find ways to trade around it, even if the whole thing goes, fully crazy robotic at some point. You're still going to be able to do it.
Right.
That's what I liked about
No,
all
I
that.
totally agree.
Yeah,
Totally agree.
Jazzy
This is one of
agrees
those
too. No
things
need to
where
retire, he
no
says.
matter what.
Agree with you, Jazzy. No need to retire, my friend. It's not really retirement. If you enjoy what you're doing, you like waking up and it gets you excited. That's half the battle. My God, I always
For
think that's half
sure.
the battle. Yeah,
No, I love
so
it.
we can
I
let's get
love
the
it. I
back
love
end to
it.
switch over to me real quick. I'm not really. It's like molasses here, but I'll show you because we got less 10 minutes or so left.
Okay.
Just kind of show our viewers
All
where I'm
right.
sitting at, and I'll update on Discord and other stuff later. But yeah, I still got the same position on, and it kind of was rolling against me. Let's give them a minute to switch over to me.
All right.
Back end, if you guys can switch over to my screen, please, that would be great. There we go. So
Okay.
yeah, I moved my stop here in red. I moved it down a little bit. My entry's still here, and I'm $50 in the green, big deal. But we've had these are 5-minute candles. We've just fallen below point of control, which is the pink, and I'm looking
Mm-hmm.
forward to get past this low volume, right? And like I said, if this was probably the U.S. session, we'd be all over the place by now, and I'd probably be in and out and going. But it's been slow going. It's starting to look like it wants to come down a bit here, and if it starts to come down, maybe 3 points into my move, 3 or 4 points into the positive, then I'll go to break even, and I'll let this thing start to develop more. And if it really looks like it's going to come back on me, I'll flatten out and I'll take $100-$200 and just get something out of it, and then wait for another
Right.
setup. Because
Right.
this is not, like I said, what I'm not trading this time of day. I just want to get in. My theory works in any time of day. It's just all auction. It's all just come down here where it's thinly traded. Come here where
Mm-hmm.
if it's going to go higher, it's got to get past all of this. So it needs to
Right.
work to get through this. Now, granted, this is not a lot of volume, but relatively speaking, it's still more volume than it is down here at the bottom of the range, right? It's still more. So
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
just means there's less participants right now. Less people trading wherever they are, whether they're in Australia or Tokyo or China right now, and or even in Europe if they're up in the middle of the night. Just less people. But see, now it's coming down. Now it's starting to move a little bit. So this is good. I just sit. I've been in this trade for a while though, like an hour. you know, I know, like Coach Sam,
That's
he'd be
how it
going
goes
nuts.
with us
He'd
trade
probably
on
be out.
Friday.
He'd be out in 2 minutes. He couldn't sit
Yeah.
through it. But I don't mind sitting through stuff, man. If I got my stop there, I'll let it, because to me, if it wants to come up here and take me out, so be it. Then if it wants to come up here, then it's going to go higher, and I may get in long, right? I may reverse my biasing,
Mm,
because I do that all day long. Like I said, I trade rotations. So what do rotations do? They go up and they go down. They just, this thing
right.
could just whoosh up here, could come back. Kind of like what your thing is with the chop it through your first stage, kind of deal. It just, I'm
Mm-hmm.
happy to be in that, because this instrument operates differently. It's just a very rotational, what I call mean reversion uh, kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
It's mean, like the mean, like the average, because let me go back to my brush. This point of control right here, right? This is the mean, right? In a way, because that's the top,
Right.
and this is the bottom, and it's just like, going up and down and up, and it goes
Up and
back to the
down.
mean. This is why when I was saying I don't like to get in here, because it could chop me up either direction, right? It could just go up a few
Mm-hmm.
points and I'm out. And so,
And that's a nice little head and shoulders pattern, though. Left head, left shoulder, head, right shoulder, drop.
yeah, right here. Yeah, right here. I don't, I'm not a
Mm-hmm.
pattern trader guy, but I guess that's there. Um, but I really try to dumb it down as much as I can. I'm really discretionary, really visual. I'm not Math is not my strong suit. That's why I never got into options. I just was just one of those things. I think that most people can trade. I really do. You don't have to be a freaking, physics quant, mathematician PhD guy. Everyone can find their own little edge, their own little thing that they like. If you like certain stocks, or you
Right.
like certain products, you can do whatever that works for you. That's the beauty about it now. Where like 20 years ago, not everyone had access. Now everyone has access with the prop
Yeah.
firms like Ola
Yeah.
Prime and everything. That was never around when I first started. The only prop firms were the real prop firms that you had to audition. They gave you real money, and they put you on a super tight leash. And if you
Mm-hmm.
freaking screwed up, dude, your ass was gone. Right? They didn't mess around with you. That
Yeah.
was like you had to prove to them.
Yeah.
You had to prove to them that you belonged. It was like boiler room. Like it was cutthroat.
Yeah.
Today, you could do this. You look at you, man. You're near Cancun. I'm over in LA, and we're live, real time, doing the same thing. This is awesome. Could never do this
Dude,
back
I love it.
before.
I
I
love
do
it.
too.
It would never
I
change
think
anything, right? Like,
it's agreed 100%. So
I just
yeah,
know
I
I'm
mean,
going to be doing the same thing until I'm super old, until I can't see the charts anymore. That's what I'm gonna just love
I know, man.
it.
I know, man. I got to tell people. I said, I think maybe about how long has it been? Maybe 7 or 8 years ago, I started needing glasses, mainly because I have
uh,
astigmatism. But I think all my screens, I got a load of them up, man. I think it just didn't help sitting there. It's like
yeah.
it just at some point it just wears on your body.
Hey, I'm gonna say, you
But
know what? Whenever they come out with an they got some treatment or whatever to fix your eyes when it
yeah,
gets bad.
yeah,
Let me get that, and I'll be right back on the charts.
yeah. I know. I'd love to get LASIK. I don't qualify for LASIK due to the astigmatisms, but I used to go through contacts where I was all the time contacts, and now I'm kind of like gone back to my glasses because I just kind of like giving my eyes a break. But I'd prefer
Right.
not to have anything, honestly, man. Yeah,
No, I hear you.
yeah, for sure, for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna just go ahead and hold on to this EuroCAD. Probably end up taking a
Yeah,
second
I am too.
position in London session
Hmm.
when we get on because this is just
When are you
sitting
back
here
on? Are you back?
and it's four
Are
hour
you back
candle.
on the you on the Forex fire or whatever it's called earlier next?
Yep, the four
Let me
expire.
see
Yep.
here. Yeah. Okay. So you're gonna be, yeah, and I'm out after you on. Well, you got the long. Is that the 4 hour deal? The big stretch.
Yeah, that's the 4 hour session. Yep.
Ooh, man. Yeah. Yeah. That's why when you say you're up, you might as well stay up because I know Tiger. He's he's like, He's like dragging.
Yeah. Yeah, when I might as well just stay up because literally I pushed through that first little wave. By that time, my little girl's up.
Mm-hmm.
I do like a New
Mm-hmm.
York session with my guys
Mm-hmm.
really quick, and
Yeah.
yeah, after that,
Yeah.
depending on what's going on, you know,
Yeah, for
that's
sure.
pretty much it.
That's awesome. Yeah, that is
Have to
awesome,
make it happen.
man.
I will say I did like at one point to do this session too, or the London session, because sometimes I'll wake up and I'm like, man, I would have took that trade if I was up.
Yeah, and you know what? I think it depends on where you are in the world. Like, I mean, for like me in
Mhm.
LA, there was a long time where I was trading. Well, I would be so I'd maybe start to get ready to go to bed, like I'd shower up and stuff around maybe 10:30, and then I'd be like, if I had something to do or I was doing some other work on my computer, I'm like, oh, it's like 11:30. I might as well wait a half hour and see how London opens up. And then, but what I would do
Yeah, yeah.
was I'd be like, I'd get excited and I'm like, oh man, this is setting up great. So I get in on a trade, but then I can't leave the trade. And then my wife's texting me from upstairs, like, are you going to bed tonight or what the hell? I'm like, yeah, I'm coming. So I'm in that weird cusp, right? Where it's like, then I get to bed at 1:30 or 2, and then I got to get up like 3 hours later. So I'm like, this sucks, man. I'm
Yeah.
really dragging. After like 2 days of that, I'm like, oh no. So I think it really depends on where
No,
you
for
are.
sure.
And yeah, no, that's awesome. Do you get back to the States? Like, are you not, are you expat? Are you full expat or no?
Yeah, well, I mean, we migrated here officially. We have residency cards and everything. In another 2 years, we'll be permanent residents here.
Nice. Nice. That's awesome. That is so cool.
Yeah.
That's good
We
for
go
you,
back
man.
sometimes, like when my friends have baby showers. Like the last two times we've been back to Atlanta or
Mm-hmm.
to Florida for
Mm-hmm.
like a family reunion or for baby showers, but
Yeah.
we don't stay long.
Yeah.
Like literally, we get right back here.
No.
We're back. We're there for
Yeah. No,
like
like,
48 hours, and we're right back home.
okay. Like, did you go back for like holidays, like Christmas and stuff, or no? Or people come to you maybe? They want to
Oh,
come to hang
yeah,
out
they were
and,
here.
no?
Yeah,
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 I would
yeah.
think so.
Hit the
Especially if
cenotes,
you have family in
tacos,
Chicago or
beach.
something. Yeah. If you have family in
Yep.
Chicago, like
My
in the
mom,
winter,
she
they're
just
like,
left.
yeah, yeah.
She was there for
Oh, did,
3 weeks. She was here for 3 weeks. She just left.
oh, okay. Cool. Very cool.
Hmm.
Yeah. That's nice, man.
No, we love it. We moved here when my baby was my only little girl, the only one I have. She was 3 months old, like literally 3 months old. We moved down here. She's
Wow.
gonna be 3 years old in
Wow.
November.
Yeah. So it was Mexico. That'll be
Absolutely
that'll be
love
her
it.
memory. That's
Love it.
great.
Love it. Love it. Yep.
That is awesome. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna sit in this trade too, and I'll set my stop. Who knows? I may even be here in the morning. I'll let it just ride for me. Um, if I get to break even
I'll be back
for
up.
sure I'll let it ride. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So I think what we got, a minute or so left here.
Yep. Yep. Well, that's pretty much it. We got a minute here, guys. Thanks for jumping on, Jazzy, like
Yeah.
Sakaria. Thanks for joining.
Yeah.
Stick around, guys. We have another
Zakaria,
session coming up here
Zakaria, come
shortly.
back and join us earlier. We'll talk about your thing there. I don't want to address it here, but you had a chance. I think there's a situation with this person not having their maybe their email in their YouTube profile. Something came up last week, but we'll address it again. Come back, Zakaria, or Zach, however you pronounce your name. Uh, Come later on in the morning, and we'll see what we can do. Otherwise, yeah, it's been great with everybody. Hope you enjoy your morning
All
or
right,
evening,
guys.
wherever you may
Take it easy.
be.
We'll catch you on the
Ola
the
Prime will be
next
back in
one.
5 hours. 5 hours with Coach
All
Michael
right.
again.
Yes.
Take care.
Take it easy,
Take care,
guys.
everybody. You got it.
Hola Prime, trade with transparency.